Hello, this is my Module 12 case study. Section 1, Summary. Lightville Community School District's enrollment unexpectedly increased from 758 to 1,200 in only 25 years. The superintendent and school board voted that a middle school, grades 6 through 8, be built rather than adding on to both or one of the current schools. Susan Potter, an experienced teacher and current middle school assistant principal, was hired as principal of the new middle school. She created a visioning and planning committee that consisted of her, 4 teachers, and 4 parents. This committee was intended to be a democratic system that would help Susan Potter develop a vision and mission statement of the new school, among other things. Helen Burke, an English and social studies teacher, was selected to be the chair. Susan and Helen met after the first meeting, and Susan stated that she wanted the committee to help her come up with the vision statement of the new school. Helen said that the community trusted Susan, and Susan had more experience and knowledge. Helen also believed that having the committee decide on the vision statement together would be a waste of time. Susan stated that she felt uncomfortable coming up with the vision statement of the school because it belonged to the community, therefore it should be a community decision. At the next committee meeting, all the other committee members agreed with Helen, ending the meeting with the decision that Susan come up with the vision statement on her own and present it to the committee at the next meeting. Multiple of the committee members stated that they would not be shy in terms of changing or vocalizing what they didn't agree with in terms of the vision statement. Susan was still not comfortable with this decision. So, legal and ethical issues. Helen Burke, the committee chair, is using the words and ideas of her brother, a school board member, to try and persuade Susan's decision by saying things such as they hired her because they trust her and feels like she has a lot of experience and knowledge, and that the committee really has nothing to offer in terms of creating the vision statement. Susan doesn't feel comfortable making a vision and mission statement for a school when it should be a community effort. Creating this on her own would go against her belief and values. The committee member and Helen Burke are not doing what is best for the new school and committee by going against Susan's first plan as principal. If they trust her so much and they think that she has so much experience and knowledge, then why aren't they trusting her advice and idea to make this decision and create this vision statement as a group? Section 3, Susan Potter does not feel comfortable creating the philosophy, mission, and vision statement for the new middle school, but the committee she created voted that she creates it and they will critique it. Known facts. Superintendent Joe Rawlings. School board members, 1 being Helen Burke's brother, a farmer, 2 being new to the community and to the school board. Susan Potter, an experienced teacher and current middle school assistant principal in a suburban district, was hired as the principal for the new middle school in the rural district. Visioning and Planning Committee, 1 of which is Helen Burke, English and Social Studies teacher and current chair of the committee, Dan Kelby, a PE teacher, 2 other teachers, 4 parents. Unknown, the number of school board members, information about the other school board members, how long they've been there on the board or in the committee, what they do, if they have students, if they have children as students or some kind of family members tied into the school as employees or students. Years of experience for any employees. We don't know anything about the parents on the Visioning and Planning Committee. Section 4, Facts. So the place. Lightville Community School District in a rural area. Population is increasing about 2% a year. Farmland, so 60% of the community are farmers. What's unknown is what is causing this in-migration, the demographics, and specific location. We know that formerly in elementary K through 6 and a junior high school 7 through 12, but then they added the middle school to support the increase of students. We don't know class sizes, number of teachers. We most likely it's public school, but you don't know that for sure. The decision could be damaging to the stakeholders and community. The philosophy, mission, and vision statement created by Ms. Potter may not be successful. The philosophy, mission, and vision statement of a school is the core of the school. If it's not successful, the school is not going to be successful. The community, parents, students, school board, teachers, superintendent, and student have an important stake in the outcome A strong start for a new school is extremely important. It is hard to redesign a culture, philosophy, mission, and vision once one has already been practiced. The superintendent and school board have not been directly consulted about the current conflict that Susan Potter is having, but obviously the committee, the other stakeholders, are aware of the vision statement disagreement. Yes, there is always more to learn about a situation, but there is definitely enough information to make a decision. So there are 6 options. 1, no action. Susan Potter would come to the next meeting with no vision statement. Susan makes the vision statement on her own. Susan reaches out to the superintendent and school board. Susan makes a new committee. Susan asks each committee member what they want. She will then integrate their wants into her vision statement. Susan makes vision statement and requires each committee member to add and or adjust an aspect of the statement. So option 1, no action. Susan Potter would come to the next committee meeting with no vision statement. This would require the committee to help her come up with a vision statement. Cons, the committee and community respect Susan Potter and sees a lot of potential in her. This could create a bad relationship. And it also goes against her initial stance on a Democratic committee and not wanting to be chair by going against what they agreed on. So she said initially that she wanted to be a Democratic system and that she didn't want to be the chair because that gave her too much control. And by just doing whatever she wants, regardless of what her committee wanted, kind of goes against that whole belief and value that she had. Susan makes the vision statement on her own. The vision statement is completed and the committee is happy. In the future, Susan could get blamed for a flawed vision statement. Committee may not critique what she wrote and just approve whatever she had done. So in that first meeting, or in that second meeting, they said, and a lot of board members agreed, that if there was something that they didn't like or didn't agree with, they would vocalize it. But based on how much trust and how they think that she has so much experience and knowledge in this, I just don't see that happening. Susan has already compromised her beliefs and lost power as the new principal. Not that power is necessarily everything, but her staff and her committee is already, changing the way that she views herself as a principal. Susan reaches out to superintendent and the school board. So she receives help writing the vision and mission statement from members of the community. Susan is not getting the insight from her teachers. Appears as though she can't handle this situation and doesn't have the support from her committee. Lacks leadership as a principal. Superintendent may side with the committee and say that she needs to do it on her own as well, or get her committee to, work with her. Susan makes a new committee. The new committee would hopefully be open to helping Susan come up with the vision statement. It may not be possible to recreate this type of committee. You're forming bad relationships with the people on the former committee, and the new committee may do the exact same as the old committee. Susan asks each committee member what they want. She will then integrate their wants into her vision statement. Pros, this won't take up time at a meeting. They seemed very irritated, I guess, that they were going to waste all this time at a meeting arguing and chatting about this vision statement, so it wouldn't take up time at a meeting. Susan is getting the input and knowledge from teachers and parents. Susan is not writing this completely on her own. Cons, it is not being done as a group. What is important to one may not be important to the rest, and no guarantee that she will get answers she needs from each committee member. Susan makes vision statement and requires each committee member to add and or adjust an aspect of the statement. Pros, the committee doesn't have to help write it. Susan ensures that she is getting feedback, and in the long run, it is a community vision statement. Community will vote against this. So when she gets to the meeting and she says you all need to add or adjust something, they say no. I think the best option is 5 and 6 combined. Susan talks to each board member individually and integrates their belief in the vision statement. She requires each committee member alter something about the vision statement at the next meeting. This would make sure all stakeholders are involved. Susan Potter is going to ask each committee member what they believe are valuable to have in a vision statement individually. This will make it seem less official and take less of the individual's time. So it'll still take up Susan Potter's time, but individually it won't. And at this point, we're missing that collaborative piece where we're working all together rather than Susan Potter with somebody individually. But adding this number 2 will pull together that collaborative piece where Susan Potter will propose at the next meeting that each member has to adjust some aspect of the vision statement. Just adding or adjusting one thing hopefully will take less time because, like I said, that was really one of their parts of their debate was that it was just a waste of time. So hopefully, making it this way wouldn't be that you're creating it, you're just adjusting it, and hopefully they would agree to that. And that would give that collaborative piece. If they vote against this, then at least she was able to integrate their opinions prior to the meeting with those individual meetings. And depending on how they are, she could always make those individual meetings very informal. And, they don't have to be necessarily scheduled. I need to talk to you for 1 hour about your values, but just something kind of informal, maybe something over coffee, 15, 30 minutes. And they don't even have to really know that she is getting their ideas if they're very, depending on the group and the people. In the end, Susan Potter will have the input from her committee to create a vision statement that fits the school and the community. This assignment taught me that creating a vision and mission statement truly should be done collaboratively. As a future school leader, I realized that you will never know what kind of staff culture you are going to walk into. This could have been just as easily the opposite kind of issue where the staff didn't want the input of the new principal at all in terms of creating the vision and mission statement. It is important to know what your standards, beliefs, goals, leadership style, and type of leader you are going to be. You don't want your staff to influence your values. You want your values to influence your staff. Thank you for watching my video and have a great day.